I can't barely see. It's like I'm seeing my head. I'm not seeing through my eyes. I'm seeing my head. I'm not seeing through my eyes. I'm seeing my head. We have to, I don't know if we hit there, but I feel like we managed to somehow not hit there. I didn't hear the sound. In today's video, I'm gonna be back in electric car driving with the Audi RS6 C7 this time, and we're gonna be taking on the track for a challenge. Now the rules are we cannot crash this thing and we cannot spin it out. Seems pretty simple, but this time we have a major twist, and I did not include the twist, or it's not really my idea. It's kind of the game's fault. Well, I wouldn't really say fault, but I don't know what happened to the first person in the game, but it's bugged. And if you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that I'm a person who mostly plays in first person. So this time I'm only gonna be able to play in third person, but we'll just have to see how it goes. Let's warm the tires real quick. Even though this thing is all-wheel drive, it should be able to do some form of donut, just like that. It's not the best, but it's warming up the tires. That's the only thing that matters. But let's head out onto the track and see how well we do in third person only. I'm kind of upset that I can't go in first person because I'm very used to being in first person driving through most of the track. Usually I do go in third person from time to time, but I'm mainly in first person. So the fact that the first person is like this is mind-blowing to me. I'm not gonna be in first person that much because I can barely see. It's like I'm seeing my head. I'm not seeing through my eyes. I'm seeing my head. We have to, I don't know if we hit there, but I feel like we managed to somehow not hit there. I didn't hear the sound. I don't know. It was very close. Bro, I hope the game fixes the third person very fast, bro, because I don't like being in third person one bit, especially for certain parts of the map, bro. This is really a very hard twist to me. What do we call it? Hard, but something that I'm not used to. I love first person in this game, especially the fact that it's very realistic and I can see where I'm going a lot better. Now I'm very curious if I crash there at the starting of the video. I actually have no idea. Let's turn back traction on because I didn't realize I still had it off. But I don't know if I crashed. So I don't know if we already failed the challenge or not. But I don't feel like we did. Though this thing is crazy. This thing is all over it's slow sliding. It's like the traction is still off, but it's on now, and it's still sliding through the turns. But I'm really wondering if I crash at the start, because that would mean I would have failed the challenge, and I don't even know, to be honest. I'm gonna have to see during the replay. I don't know if I crash. I might have failed already. Oh my gosh, bro! This thing is absolutely mad. And I don't mean that in a good way. It's so wobbly. It's all over the place. It's not even funny at this point. Being in third person is absolutely crazy to me because I can see exactly what's happening, but not in the way that I want to. I like to be in first person, seeing the car acting crazy, than to be in third person because I feel like there's a slight delay with my input that I'm going to be giving the car in third person. I don't like third person. But so far I'm doing okay. I'm able to control the car even though it's acting crazy. Oh my gosh. This is my first video where I'm doing it for third person only. And it's going crazy to me already. I don't really think it's the car's fault. The car is just a sliding car. It's also I wouldn't really call it a track-friendly car. This thing is more of like a family car or something to like have your family going on a vacation or a little field trip or a road trip or something. And I don't recommend this as a track car any at all. But so far it's doing okay. Even though it's trying to go sideways on through almost every turn, it's doing okay. It's controllable. It's going sideways, but it's still controllable. Oh my gosh. Yo, this thing is like, I would consider this more as a drift or power slide car than actually a friendly track car or even a family car, because this thing is very slidey, and I'm pretty sure I don't have drifters or anything that would make the car slide this much input on it. I'm pretty sure this thing is just a very sliding car overall. It's pretty much just sliding its way through the entire track, but it's been like a fight as well because it's taking the turns in one piece. but I'm still wondering if I crashed at the start. I'm gonna have to get a replay and very slow motion on that. I didn't hear a crash sound, so I felt like we only got very close to the rail. I mean, not even very close. We were legit like 1 inch away from it. But I honestly don't know if we fail at the start. Which if I do look back through the video and we fail at the start, and I'm still driving here, it's gonna be a bummer, because the car's doing pretty well, but they could have failed at the start and we don't know. So all of this effort that the car is putting out now, if we crash at the start, it's not gonna really make a difference towards the challenge. But differently from that, this car is very fun in terms of like sliding and getting power side and all of that stuff. This is gonna be the perfect car for that. Even though it's sliding, I do enjoy the car handling like this. If I wasn't doing the challenge, I wouldn't have any problem right now. The only thing or reason why I have a problem is because I'm doing the challenge. I'm not spinning this thing out and crashing it, and it's making it 10 times harder to do a challenge with this specific car. But it's very fun, I gotta be honest with you. It's giving me a challenge to keep it straight and not crashing it. And the fact that I'm in third person, I'm saying that again, it's a very, 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 very different twist of what I'm usually doing or how I'm usually driving. But it's also very fun to like get a third person video. It's good to try different things, so I don't really mind it that much. Even though I prefer being in first person, I don't really mind it to the extent where I'm like, oh my gosh, yo, this thing is so crazy, it's not even funny, bro. Like, I'm talking, but I have to pause whenever this thing starts doing something crazy in terms of trying to keep it straight and not crashing. And going sideways at 200 kilometers per hour is not fun, especially when you're trying not to fail a challenge, which involves not spinning a car out and crashing it. It's not fun. It's a lot of pressure on me. But I mean, even though it's a game, it's still kind of pressure a little bit. I wouldn't even call it pressure. I would call it more like just trying to beat the challenge. It's not really pressure. Point where I'm like stressed out and struggling and I'm going crazy. It's nothing like that. But it's also giving you a little challenge of like driving your best on the track, which is pretty fun. But this thing is actually mind blowing. Like it power slides through every turn. Like it's sliding so much you feel like traction isn't on, and we have just doors which we don't. So it's very crazy. This thing's getting crazier and crazier every turn I take with it. Let me see if I can get a little tiny tip of first person action. Even though I do not like it, I can still see where I'm going, but I would not do this through the full track. I'm only doing this on this bit for a little time. I mean, it's not the worst first person I've ever seen in a game, but I don't like the fact that I'm seeing in my head and I'm seeing my hair, my ring, my ears ring, my necklace, all of that stuff, bro. Like if I zoom like this, I can see a lot better, but this is not recommended. I mean, on this bit of the track it's fine, but if we're going uphill we will have a problem. But here it's okay. I'm actually gonna stay like this for now. It's not that bad. Let's see if we can zoom out a bit. Okay, we can't zoom out that. Well, I still see the hair, but it's not as crazy. And this is actually kind of a realistic point of view. If you have like twists in your hair or hair in your face, this is exactly how you'll be seeing how you're driving. You might be a little far back, but not to the point where you can see through your head. But this is actually not that bad, considering I can see the road clearly, even though my hair is like, if I'm taking a turn, my hair might come in the way a bit. It's not that bad, it's not the worst. But I really hope the game does fix this. I don't even know if it's a glitch, if it's just a little misadjustment of the first person camera or what happened, but it was not like this before. If you've seen any of my previous video, you know that this is not how the first person would normally look. I feel like the game changed setting or whatnot, and somehow they messed up the first person. I don't even know how it happened, but I hope they do fix it very soon, because I'm looking forward to being back in my first person view. Third person isn't all that bad, but it mainly depends on the car. If I was in a rear-wheel drive car that handles or gives a lot more oversteer and power slide than this thing, I would be having a field day with that thing right now, bro. This thing does power slide and oversteer a lot, but it's not that crazy. I think the fact that it's all-wheel drive does help you like catch it back a lot easier, because the front wheel drive actually, well, all the wheels spin at the same time actually help you catch it back. Versus if it was a rear wheel drive car where the power just going to the rear wheels, you have to do a little more, but it's still easy to catch back. But the first person, I hope they really do fix it. But this thing actually made it through in one piece. The RS6 C7 successfully passed the challenge in one piece. It put up an insane fight, I'm not gonna lie. And the fact that I was mostly in third person is very impressive to me. Very, very impressive. Let's start slowing her down. This thing put up an absolute fight through almost every turn, because it pretty much power slide and drifted through every turn. I'm very proud of it. This thing is super low to the ground as well. You can see like the tires are glitching every time I hit the gas. Well, I wouldn't really say they're glitching, but they're like in the fender when you floor it. But now I'm gonna show you guys the setup real quick, which I don't really recommend you changing it to my set, because it does not make the car handle the best. But if you want it to be like a fun little power slide where you can slide through turns, get some oversteer and kind of mess with the car and that stuff, you can. So for the camber, this is how I have it. Caster towards pretty much stock. Stiffness, rear, damping, rear, height offset. I recommend you highen it a bit if you don't want it to seem like the tires are in the rear fenders. But for me, I'm going to keep it that way. Rear, height offset, wheel offset. I did push them out a little. And the rear, I push it out a little more to get it outside of the fender a bit. It looks cooler like that. I don't like when the wheels are like inside the fender. Look, it's not really a look you'd want as a car guy. First gear, well, I didn't change the gear ratios. Final drive, I changed it a bit. Torque vector, front diff power, front diff coast, front diff preload, rear diff power, rear diff coast, rear diff preload. And for the steering, this is how I have it. But overall, this thing did pretty well. Even though it power slid through most of the turns and it was giving me a lot of oversteer, it was very controllable oversteer. So I can't complain, and it did make it through in one piece. But I did say the car passed the challenge, but I'm just remembering that I have to look back at the video to see if I hit the rail at the start, and if we did, then I'm gonna erase what I said. But we'll just have to see. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you found it helpful. Peace out.